Are you a human being that eats on a daily basis? If so, there's a good chance that you've had a Lunchables at least one time in your life. And if you haven't, you should really seek help. I know that taste is a very subjective thing, and we all have our own opinions. But respectfully speaking, I don't give a shit about your opinion. I don't give a shit about your opinion. I don't even care about Tom Holland's opinion. Because today we're going to be deciding what the top 5 best Lunchables are, objectively speaking.
Number 5.
The Pizza Lunchables. I may have put Lunchables pizza on my top 5, but if I'm being honest, they did not have much to choose from. I was unfortunately forced to put this in my top 5. Let me just explain this. Pizza is already a good food. It's really hard to mess up pizza, but that's the problem because they didn't even attempt to make the pizza. They had us make it. Do you know who us is? 7-year-olds. Lunchables is for children, and you are expecting us to make the food. I feel like Lunchables should be liable for sweatshop ownership. I know it wouldn't be ethical to have to microwave a Lunchables, but shit, man, that would have been way better than giving us a packet of pizza sauce and a glorified tortilla up in this bitch with some 2-month expired Kirkland signature ass cheese. It's basically like a girl with alopecia needing a wig, but instead of buying a wig and wearing a wig, she buys yarn and just glues it to her goddamn head and acts as if nobody's gonna notice. Nah, bitch, we see the yarn. I think Lunchables was clickbait before clickbait even existed, because that's false advertisement, son.
Number 4.
Nachos. The first thing on this list that I actually like. The nachos are cool. They like okay out of 10. Not to sound like a total fat ass or anything, but am I supposed to get full off of this? Is this Lunchables or Snackables? Because if we were to call lunch a movie, then the nachos would definitely be a movie trailer. A few tortilla chips with some plastic processed ass cheese is just not gonna fill me up. I'm sorry to say. Look, I'm not asking for anything super nutritious, but you could have gave us something, man. You could have thrown in like a Mr. Beast Feastables bar with apple and maybe a little bit of black tar heroin. Nachos, they're good, but not great.
Number 3.
The nuggies of the chickens. I got no complaints. Honestly, I really have no complaints. As long as like you guys aren't keeping your chickens in cages before you assassinate them and then process them and then feed them to 7-year-olds, I'm okay with the Lunchables chicken nuggets.
Number 2.
Bro, the turkey sandwich was amazing. I loved the turkey sandwich. Like, if I had to do a tier list on, like, loving things, I would probably put the turkey sandwich Lunchables at number 1, and then I put Johnny Depp at number 2, and then I put my mom at number 3. Actually, wait, no, hold on a second. That actually sounds completely wrong. I need to change that. Number 3 is actually going to be Johnny Depp, and then number 2 is going to be my mom.
Honorable mentions.
Honorable mention number 1, I want to give to the mud cake. You know, it was like one of the newer products where you could, like, dip this gummy worm in, like, this pile of dog shit and like eat it in front of your friends. But now looking back, I'm realizing that that was probably the worst thing that has ever been made by any company. Like, this is probably worse than the goddamn Mater Fleshlight. Honorable mention number 2 is gotta be the pizza gummy Lunchables. You know how I was talking about the pizza Lunchables being a fake version of a real pizza and how dumb that was? This is on a whole nother level because it's a fake version of the fake version of real pizza. You know when a kid with cancer gets a Make-A-Wish and he asks to see the Avengers, but the Avengers couldn't show up, so they decide to put a bunch of randoms in costumes and call them the Avengers to make the kid happy? That is basically the gummy pizza Lunchables.
Number 1.
The turkey slices, the cheese, and the crackers, man. This one is just iconic. This is vibes. There's just something so exquisite about the combination of a turkey slice, a cheese slice, and a cracker, all in one bite. It makes you want to rip your scrotum hairs off one by one and put them into a blender and blend them into a smoothie and feed them to your next door neighbor. Do not ask me how many times I've done that. Now, I gotta say, much like the nacho issue, the crackers were not very filling at all, but I don't care about how full those things make me, because although those Lunchables never kept me filled, they always kept me fulfilled. Damn, that was deeper than Ocean Gate, and those guys imploded. Make sure you like and subscribe, and you recommend this to your favorite family members of all time, so they can know which Lunchables is the best one. See you later, young Szechuan. Subscribe!